Good, good and morning. It's gonna be me for the first little while. India was up late working on a comic, so she'll be through soon. How is everyone? Maybe I'll move the microphone up here so I don't have to talk as loudly. There we go. Yeah. Should find some music as well. Hey Dylan. I don't know what music. This'll do. Too loud. I hope you've been well, Dylan. Hey Paul. So at the moment I'm going to be working through some comic pages. These are my thumbnails, and I was working on page 2 here, just inking this up. So if I go here, I usually dual stream with Swift, and I will soon, but she's resting for now. It's just the bear. Yeah. To switch brush to the pencil. Hey Noah. I really need to practice drawing more hands. I might actually get a reference for this. I might actually just take my own reference of my own hand. 1 second. Taking a reference, taking a reference. There are grave consequences for awakening a great being such as yourself, Noah. Are you prepared for it? Are we prepared for your wrath? Sure. I'd say so. Hey Aline, how's it going? I'm not even keeping up with whatever that fight is. Yep. I'm okay. We went to see a flat viewing yesterday and it looks pretty promising, so we've left our details and references, and they said we will hear back on Tuesday, so that's cool. Don't lose hope if it doesn't work out. Yeah, thanks, Helene. I'm trying not to put all my eggs in that one basket. You left your details burned into the front lawn with a creme brulee torch. I am flying solo for now. India went to bed later than I did working on her comic, and I just couldn't stay awake, so he's taking shifts. Hey FFX, dude, you were awake at 4 AM, so I don't know how. Are you just still awake? Yeah, you haven't actually slept tonight. Yeah, that's what I figured. You're just looping all the way. Maybe you went backwards in time and you were actually on yesterday's stream. Yeah, I have foresight awarded to me by my glasses. I can talk to future beings like yourself. Are you currently spending time drawing something that's out of your panel and will eventually be cut? Yes, yes you are. If it gives you a better understanding of the rest of the shape inside the panel, then that's cool. Or if it's part of a design you're not familiar with and it turns up in another panel, that's cool too. I really do not like being equated to being a daddy. I'm just gonna put that out there. Alarm, I'm awake. Shush. So this is the old man's hand, and I came up with a cool I came up with a cool thing yesterday. Or I say it's cool. I came up with something I thought might be interesting yesterday, which is that I want this moment to not be one of the quick moments. I want this one to have like space to breathe. So I was thinking I would move this one into its own panel and perhaps add in another panel up the top here. So if I shift these ones over, I don't want to do that one. Lock this one. It's so that the quick succession panels all sort of happen at once. Let me just grab my sketchbook because I was out on the train yesterday and I made some doodles for ideas for this page. Oh hey Fidzy, how's it going? Better bus, eh? It's always good. Okay, let's see here. Yeah. Okay. I think what I'll do is I'll amend the thumbnails beneath, and then that will give me enough room to maneuver them on top. So that's the top one, so this is all in one, right? Okay, so I want to take this part out and make this its own thing. And then move this over. Now you're adding anatomy to a drawing that should be done extra quickly because you still have 8 pages to go through today. Well, I'm still trying to work out thumbnails for pages that I need to have finished by like 4 days ago. So, internal screaming. Yeah, so if I hide this one, and grab this one. This Easter I will be working intensely to finish a deadline. I have, I think, nine pages of comics to color. You doing anything special for Easter? Good question, Doig. I hear something akin to a bird tweeting in the background. Going on a ridiculous limb, but is it morning? Yeah, very much is morning. It's like 7:36 AM. Who'd have figured? Claire, I'm currently trying to rewrite a Nordic fairy tale so that it fits into a film narrative better for my portfolio project. Ooh. Which Nordic fairy tale? Chickadee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. Hello. How's it going? Okay, so this drawing, I figured it could be cool if, let's raise the opacity so it looks like I'm actually drawing. It could be cool if the creature was this what I was imagining? Or was I thinking that it would happen on this page? Oh, maybe I was thinking about that page. Okay, let's do it here instead. Oasis, nice. Congrats for waking up. Do howdily hoo hoo. The comic I'm currently doing is about this group of, there's a girl, old man, and a raven, and they're about to be attacked by this sort of wolf hunter, like wolf snake hunter hybrid thing. And that's what's going to happen in the 5 pages that I'm trying to thumbnail and do, is just that moment, just this kind of, it's a style test, storytelling test part for it. And Fidzy, you were saying that you did a project on it before. Was it the Snow Queen one? I'm gonna scroll down a bit more. Let's look fair, gotta go to work. It's like 2 in the morning for me. Da 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 da. Treasure Dave. Ooh, okay. You finally finished the equation you were trying to make that calculates damage. That sounds cool. I need to learn how to work way faster than I am. Because time is not on my side. I mean, I made a whole detailed spreadsheet and plan for how my time would break down, and I just haven't been able to stick to it at all. How long have I been drawing? Most of my life. Like, I started to take it a little more seriously when I applied for universities back when I was 16 or 17. It kind of kicked back up then. I wouldn't say I started being serious until the later end of university. I might stream something as well if my internet holds up. Yeah, we could have a stream party. Woo. Wait, is Easter break like this weekend? Because if so, then I'm out. It's weird to keep moving that makes a teleportation. Teleport and move directions at the same time, and even though it's not as good looking game, it feels surprisingly cool to try and control it. Nice. What would you stream with effects? Yeah, Fitzy, when you like art progressions, quite a cool thing to chart and see how you approach things when you're younger and to how you came to start to approach them. The annoying thing is I think I can draw better on pencil and paper than I can digitally, like I'm just not used to this. Ah, requests. That could be cool, yeah. Or commission stuff. Yeah, that could be cool. Swift and I enjoyed doing the Swift and I enjoyed doing the commission streams for the Monster Hunter stuff a while back. We're thinking of doing some more in the future. They were really fun. If you want any help, you probably don't need any help signal boosting that you're going to do a commission stream, but if you do, happy to help. I'm using a Wacom tablet. It's about 10 years old now. It's an Intuos 3. So it's the kind of thing, if you're familiar, it's like that's on the desk and then you look at the screen. I've not often used, India's got a Cintiq that she's used for a couple of years now. I've never really gotten used to it. She has a weird calibration on it last time I used it. Like I was forced to use it during the stream for the Monster Hunter commission stuff because my computer was freaking out and all it was able to handle was streaming. And so I worked on the color commissions on India's computer and I was like, whoa, what is this? I think it did make lassoing a little easier. I'm cleaning my glasses, so I'm looking down. I would say do some life drawing. Photoasis, that leveled me up to no end. Yeah, life drawing is great. Okay, I've just cleaned my glasses with a cloth, so maybe I'll actually be able to see what I'm doing a little better. They usually get the most viewers in my experience now. Yeah, I think if there's an interactive element to it where you are engaging and responding to the people in the chat, there's more of an incentive to stick around or to attend. Okay, so he's going to have a quiver that he's pulling the arrow from. And to the question of do I paint? Yeah, I do. The last time you watched, we were coloring some kids in a school. That'll have been for the comic The Girl in the Glim. That would have been a while ago. Wow. And yeah, because I'm a comics colorist as a freelancer. So India was making her first book of the story Girl in the Glim, and I was coloring it. She wasn't necessarily. Oh wait, no, yeah, one of the kids was. But yeah, we finished that in September last year. And it's now a printed book. Ha ha ha. Rolando. I can't do it. Swifty can do it. I can't. See? It's one of the perks of having the two of us. She's like asleep. She was up late working on another comic, and I was asleep. Oasis, I do have a Discord server. I've had one for about almost a year now. Kind of simultaneously made one when we started streaming to allow people to send us art for like feedback that they didn't necessarily feel was ready to tweet or anything like that. Oh hey Emma, how's it going? So we went to see a viewing for a house yesterday, and we put in our references, and we're hoping to hear back. The birds in the back sound nice. Yeah, they sound like they're having fun, huh? Going good, long weekend, thanks to Easter, so you're happy. That's awesome. Yeah. I have 2 deadlines over the weekend, so it's just a long week. The only thing that's a good thing for me about the long weekend is everything else is closed, like letting agents and everything, so I can take a break from that, a forced break, because there's no one to contact and no one to arrange viewings with, which means I can focus on doing the work. Hey, Brian. How long have I been working with Swift? Almost 5 years now. Although we've only been streaming for a year. But I collaborated with her. She's my girlfriend, so like 5 years coming up. But we collaborated on a comic called Frostblight at the end of the first year that we got together. She was actually using some excerpts of it to show wordless comics in the next Patreon update we're doing. Oh yeah, I forgot. Sorry, Fidzy, you're also house hunting. Will you be looking for something in Kildare? Orlando, you say, may I share a remaster of an old design I did back in 2009? Yeah, go for it. Those are real verbs. They are verbing outside. Give you one tip to how to draw as amazing as I do. I would say develop a sense of maturity and spend your time practicing drawing and not harassing people in my chat. How's that? I need a lady to keep me drawing. I stepped away from art for a while and got frustrated and wasn't the most healthy mentally. Oh man. I really should just do something a day at the very least. I wish I was as dedicated as you guys. Yeah, I think it's important that you do art for yourself. Like if you are being driven by someone else's motivation, it can wear you down, wear both of you down mentally. You gotta have that fire and still create yourself. Like if you stepped away, there was probably a good reason, and it's okay for that to have been the case. Like there's no, you do you. But if you do want to get back into it, then that's a really good way to like warm yourself to it. It's just doing drawings that are meaningful only to you and that like you enjoy is a good way of getting back into it. Like remember the fun of creating. Like I was thinking about how animation is, it's like it's making things that don't exist move. like that. There's something fundamentally awesome about the realization that like you are creating things that otherwise wouldn't be there, and then you're making them move. And like the better you are at animation, the more convincing and more believability you can put into that movement. Like that's creating life for yourself and for others to believe in it with you. Oh, hey Elaine. Okay, I have to scroll back. Going numbers, scroll rules, so I don't like I said that. Oh, I'm trying Wolf Warriors, yes. Oh, you. Okay, I need to catch up more and more. Trying that showing. Arts is lying in a sense. I don't think you should rely on other people being a sole motivator. Sure, it's great when people pick you up and urge you on, but if you don't have the drive to begin with, that's not a good sign. Oh, I actually made a realization that hey, he should be doing it from this way in order for it to make sense later. I always want to try it, so I mean to animate. Yeah. What's your biggest fear as an artist? I think I have a fear that rides through everything that I do, that affects my art as well, and that is that I'm afraid if I put everything I have into something and still fail, that that'll like really crush me. Like I'm afraid of it's weird. I'm not. I guess I'm kind of afraid of making mistakes, and that's really gonna hold me. That's held me back a lot. But I find it really hard to put everything I have into something. So I think my fear is probably failing in something I really care about. I don't know. It's a complicated emotion. Giving your 100% and failing is really scary. Like, you're never going to recover from that wound. Yeah. Yeah, you gotta get comfortable with failing. The thing that Swifty told me that made me like reconsider it in a way is that like the best you can do today isn't the best you can do tomorrow. Like you don't cap out, even if you mess up, and if you put everything you have into it today, it's not everything you will ever have to give. Like, you can learn from it and push forward, and that's like Swifty's spirit in everything. Failures are the bricks of the building of success. It's true. Rabbit compared it to being like you're throwing down pillows that build towards your mountain of success. I just throw my bricks at people. If you think of art or learning how to draw or and equate it to learning how to roller skate, in terms of like the first group of the group that we joined in, like the refreshers, in terms of progression, the skater that progressed quickest was India. She was like doing she was skating faster, and she was doing more tricks and learning more stuff over a short period of time. But the skater that was falling over the most was India, because she was attempting to do things she couldn't do, and she was on her butt a lot of the time. So I like to think about approaching learning anything like that. It's like falling over is okay because you're learning from it. It's still scary though, and I can fall a bunch. I didn't mind falling while I was skating either. I was doing it a lot too. But in something that like art, it's hard. Like, it depends on how much it means to you. At least if you mess up drawing, you don't feel sore in the morning for the most part. Very true. Whoa, okay. You're very active. I'm trying to find Oh wait, yeah. Funny thing, there was a rare games policy where they said bite off more than you can chew and then do whatever possible to make it work. Yeah, creative solutions to tough problems. I'm trying to find new paths to go down. There are days where I feel like all my options get smashed and I feel very trapped about how to move upwards. I think if you try something it doesn't work out, this is very context sensitive, but depending on what you tried, maybe try again, taking what you learned the first time about what didn't work and see what happens. Like if you do a drawing of, like if you do a study of a figure, you know, ta-da, and then you do the same drawing again, I don't know why my brush sensitivity does that, but you know. You can take the first, this one doesn't really work, this one's not really working either, but just keep bouncing, trying the same thing, right? Repetition is, deliberate repetition can be a good way of practicing, but it's probably very different from what you were talking about. And I'm going to scroll on the chat again around the first one. I just had to draw everything out of this panel to figure out the perspective. In terms of roller skating, I try not to go too fast. I don't want to fall over. Yeah, that hesitancy to go any faster than you can manage will keep you safe, but you won't really get any faster or be able to control yourself going any faster very quickly. But the difficult part is finding a new plan when the original didn't work out. Okay. You had a job interview, Quincy. Wow, awesome. I'm gonna I feel the wolf is freaking out about these new figures and must shoot them out of existence. Yeah. I think if I want to have see, this is what comes from like not really working out your story and then trying to thumbnail it. It's like, I really admire India's ability to dig deep into her story and figure it out and really like really nail it. Sorry, I'm going to take a brief moment to just look over what I do have. This is the struggling and thinking part of the stream. Oh, thanks, Unicorn Curry. Take care. My favorite project to work on. Yeah, it's a toss-up between Girl in the Glim and Frostbite. It's anything with India. You might be able to help out, but this is like I don't know how to move forward on this sequence. I think this is. See, I'd originally made these panels to be the girl wandering through the forest, but I like the idea of it. So I was thinking maybe I could have the wolf guy going between here. And I know I want this. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't make sense to go here because this still needs to happen. So maybe this needs to go here where I thought it could. But then there's not that much room for him. Like, unless I cut him. Yeah, there's the catch-22 of people going, hey, do you have experience? No. Can you give me some? No, we're looking for people with experience. It's like, have I ever done a collaboration with a fan or follower? I don't really consider that I have fans and followers. I mean, we did a collaboration on a music video, or like an animated like shots thing. So I worked on a shot that's going to go into that. So that feels like a collaboration with peers and friends. Oh, it was an internal interview. Did see what were you if you want to say what roles were you going for? But Doig, I'm your biggest fan. Oh no, he's a friend. I can't believe you're snubbing me like that. Okay, fine. Don't be my friend. So if I unlink this, then I can move. No, then I can move this around. You don't know any softwares, Aline. So the first job experience with quick drawing of props and Flash for games fell out of reach. I think maybe you need what an emotional roller coaster. Yeah, I mean, I agree. It's just a matter of practicing. Just apply. The worst that could happen is you don't get the job, but if you never apply, you'll never know. Well, it's good advice, Elaine. Like, if you want the job, apply for the job. You know what I think I might do? Rather than struggling on story stuff during the stream when it's just not gonna go, I'm gonna work on this page here because I don't know, fuck it. That'll do. Yeah, effects. Trying to figure this out is just gonna be madness. So let's got it in his left hand. So why did I have to pick so many hands as well? People doing shit with their hands. Oh, cool. Aline, you're saying, I'm just thinking a lot about what India says lately about going for what you love, and I feel like I have conflicting goals. Like what I love may not be very likely to get you hired. You know, recruiters often tell me they wish more women apply because they won't, if they don't know all the skills programs listed, yeah, a bunch of dudes will, and they may only know one or two of them. Yeah, I never try and figure. Or yeah, don't try and figure a story out thing. What is your dream goal? Asked Bryony. Sorry, I'm playing catch up again. And maybe I want to get hired in something that forces me to explore some other workflows, unlike drawing or something I can multitask at. Like maybe I'd hate it, but I could learn useful efficiency stuff from it. When I figure out a story, I need to be more efficient at reading the chat. Yeah, on the subject of what you were saying, Aline, of figuring out what you love, like, if you do something that you are passionate about and you share that passion with other people, the people who share a passion for the same thing will resonate with it. And like, there's a thing that India says, or I've heard India quote. It's do the work as if you're doing it for the job that you want to get, like you next want to do. Like if you've been hired for something, do that job like it's as if it's for the one that you want to get next, rather than just what's adequate for the job. Then, because like the stuff that you put in your showreel or the stuff that you put in your portfolio, it should be of stuff that you want to keep doing. You find hands one of the most fun bits to draw, honestly. I just keep kind of spent so long churning them out that unless it's a really wacky position, they're pretty easy. Yeah, I was drawing like hands in my sketchbook yesterday. I just need to spend the time doing it, and I haven't been, and so woe is me. Okay, right. Well, let's look at this as you're just curious about the industry and you want to see what it's like. Well, I would say to that, there is no one industry. You don't get into the industry. There's just several billion other industriousness going on. Yeah. I think if you are industrious in what you do, you can make your own industry. But I get that you want to like see what studio position is like and work in teams and that sort of thing. So I get you. Well, let's narrow it down. Do you want to work in books, games, animation, film, or other? You want to design clothes for cats? That's awesome. A kitty tailor. Paw prints is nice. Yeah, that's a good point, Fizzy. Like, if you have a varied collection of work, you can tailor that work to the position you're applying for. Our names connect our destinies. Oh, I'm going about this in the wrong way. I want to rotate though. Aww. Fine. Give me a fucking woman undressing without making it a stripper, please. What are you doing? Are you like Google searching? I think if you experiment on different art making and then only put into the portfolio things that you enjoyed, like the things you enjoyed more that yielded good result. I don't know, Aline. Honestly, I don't think your issue is the quality or the skill level of your work, Aline. I think it's putting it in front of people who can see it and see the value of it and hire you to do it. So yeah. I concur though. I think you meant concur, but I like you're like, I conquer. Like, I think you probably find a nice place as a like a book illustrator, or a comics artist, something akin to that. Like, I don't really see the value in you doing quick prop designs for games. Like, maybe you could do character design for games and animation. see, if companies are looking to hire for a role, then they're creating the hole that you need to fit. Like, you have a shape, they have a shaped hole, and you're not going to fit 100%. So they just try and find the shape that fits 90% or 85%, and they want to make sure that that shape doesn't annoy or interfere with the other shapes they have inside the box of shapes that this company now is. However, if you hone and craft the shape that you are and give it appeal and demonstrate knowledge, and like if you make work that is genuinely good, someone is going to find a place for that. Someone is going to want to make a shape to fit you. Like, and then they'll want to give you money to make something that you're already making. Because they think it's cool. Like, I think we've grown up in a time where, like, the Industrial Revolution created reliable workers that fit into the cogs of industrial machines that manufacture things that are to a set recipe. And the creative industry is just not a set recipe. There was a talk at CTN, I think it was Corey Loftus that said it, and like, when the studios are hiring, they don't want you to be another Corey Loftus. They want you to be you, and they want to hire you for you. Now, you know, this is Corey Loftus saying it, so you got to take into the context that it was said. But like, they want, if they wanted a Corey Loftus, they would hire a Corey Loftus. India advocates for doing what one loves, but she too went through first job experiences. That's true. But she's getting the work she does now because she quit doing those quit doing those jobs and started doing things she wanted to do instead. Like, those jobs were a good testing ground for figuring out what she... Okay, so there's like a comfortability and an uncomfortability in getting a job. And as India was writing, what made her happy and comfortable, the target for that keeps getting smaller. I see, Paul. So yeah, at first it was get a paid job, creating art. Then it was be a professional animator, get paid to animate. And then it was be paid to animate hand-drawn animation. FFX has 2 hours of audio notes from a big old conversation you had with her on exactly this topic. Yeah. Well, it's the true story. Before moving to Ireland, I worked in the same company that India did. But I joined like way after India did. It's not a tired topic. Not at all. Oh, okay, that's a better position. You did this comic about something you love, apnea. Is that like sleep apnea? Sleeping? Oh, I drew this hand wrong. Okay. If I angle the fist up, it feels more like a... In like this panel where she throws her mask in anger. Apnea is a thing in my family. I fear the Darth Vader mask. Never heard of this. Goddamn pressure sensitivity. Good, I'm glad you're having fun. I might just go with it. Oh, nice, Aline. Computer crashing is the worst. Okay, so this bit here, and then so I like the idea that by crushing the thing in his hand, he actually crushes the panel that it's being crushed in, just to show how powerful the crush was. It might be silly, but you know, I'm going with it. Ah, glad you guys like it. Okay, and then new layer. Time to move on, is it, Aline? Moving on, yeah. Turning the page on this chapter of your life. Oh man, looking back at this chapter of my life is gonna be... everything is kind of a struggle. So it's gonna be an interesting hindsight. I'll either be laughing or crying. Daily planning for Doig and Swift. Snooze for 5 minutes. I'll snooze you. Aw, courage cookies for all. Thanks, Elaine. Hope everyone's doing great and nothing less. Hey Hardik, I'll be calling the stream soon. Sorry, dude. How's it going with you anyway? You thought it was Saturday today. Wait, is it Saturday today? No, it's Friday. Technically it should have been a fan art Friday, but I have too much stuff to do. I'm just such a fan of my own work. I really want to emphasize the knuckles here. Office equals your apartment, yeah. She's okay, yeah. She was up late working on Witch of the West comic, and I said I would like fire up the stream and she can come through when she can't, like when she wants to. Like I think she's napping. So I'll probably go see how she's getting on once I've called the stream. She's otherwise fine. We were out yesterday in Kilkenny looking at a flat. So it meant that she couldn't get much work done during the day and therefore crammed it all into the night. You fixed the drawing rather than moving on. Maybe you could power nap. Well, we went for an appointment at 2, and I thought it would be like just us viewing the house with the letting agent, but I think 3 other groups turned up at the same time. So we handed in our references and applied for it, but it's going to come down to a landlord's decision. And we'll get that back on Tuesday. So now it's just 3 or 4 days of waiting. Moving stresses you so much. Yeah, me too. I think I was close to hyperventilating in the shower a couple of mornings. Like just, I don't know if it was a mixture of the heat or just me running through everything I needed to do that day, but I found it kind of hard to breathe properly. Like India gets itchy feet and likes moving around. I just don't. I don't like everything around the moving aspect. Like, going to a new place is fine. I don't mind being in a new place. I don't mind going from the place I'm living in. It's fine. I just actually doing all of the stuff around getting a move sorted. Since knowing India, I have moved, let me count, I have helped her move from Stoke to Leamington. and then I moved from Dundee to Leamington to the same place. Then we moved from Leamington to Leamington about 2 months after that, because of our landlord sent an eviction notice and we didn't see it. The eviction notice was like they wanted to redecorate. We weren't being evicted, sorry, they needed the property back. And then a year after that, moved from Leamington to Dublin. So this would be the fifth house move in under 5 years. Oh, you just thought I didn't like moving, the general concept of moving. No, moving house. All your days are filled with adventure. The books are the main thing first. I'm gonna throw out probably all of my wardrobe before this move happens. I'm just getting rid of all of my past clothes. I can't be dealing with them anymore. I don't wear them. They are going in the bin. There are still boxes of clothes from 2 years ago that haven't been unpacked. Of boxes of clothes. Hey Tibbs. You know, I might actually do this light layer as its own thing. I don't need clothes. I never wear them anyway. I'm always wearing the same jeans, though it has a hole close to the crotch area now. Maybe become awkward. Ah, dear. Okay. I managed to get, what, 2 drawing? Ah, fuck my life. I'm going to continue working on this today, and hopefully it'll be done over the weekend, and then I'll throw some stuff up in the Patreon post and all of that sorts of things, but till then, I'll catch you all next week. maybe Monday, hopefully Monday. But yeah, thanks everyone for keeping me company this morning, and I hope the rest of your day isn't as filled with as much adventure as mine, but still adventuresome and all the same adventure. I need to actually open the window to close it. There we go. Okay, take care everyone, and may the rest of your day be filled with adventure. Bye bye.